We go talk about your boy Gavin Newsom, and we go talk about menopause. Two things I never thought would go together, but here we are. Now, if you have not heard, Halle Berry,
Halle Berry.
yeah, she had gave some criticism on Gavin Newsom. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this so y'all can listen for yourself, and then I'll tell you what he said afterwards.
I'm also fighting on a state level when I help states like Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Illinois stand up menopause bills. Actually, a good thing that happened yesterday, Illinois just became the first state to mandate coverage for HRT, which is hormone replacement therapy. But yes, that's something to absolutely. But the opposite of that, back in my great state of California, my very own governor, Gavin Newsom, has vetoed our menopause bill, not 1, but 2 years in a row. But that's okay, because he's not going to be governor forever. And with the way he's overlooked women, half the population, by devaluing us in midlife, he probably should not be our next president either. Just saying. I'm also
What y'all think? Before I tell y'all what Gavin said in response, what y'all think? Do y'all think that she's being harsh on him? Do y'all think that it's real? So I'll tell y'all what Gavin said. Gavin came back and said, listen, what she didn't know, allegedly, what she didn't know is that the reason why we said no was due to what was actually in it. If we had said yes and it was going to make healthcare costs for women skyrocket, and I wasn't going to sign that because I'm not going to make y'all pay more money. What they needed to do was come back with something that did not make the costs go up, because you do deserve to have healthcare and benefits. And now all of a sudden he has a new version that's being signed for, was it January 2026? Y'all think she has something to do with that? Do y'all feel like she gave that smoke, and so he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that because I don't need this kind of publicity." Wow, wow.
Man, you go ahead and you watch and have nostalgia about that old milk if you want to. I can't do
That
it.
was not nice. I mean, look, she's talking about a point in her life that a lot of people have not. I actually don't think I've ever heard anybody really fight for things for menopause. It just kind of like hear about it's gonna
Because
happen, get through it,
like
you move
you
on.
want me to fight for puberty? Like what? It's something that you got to do. That you got to go through. So, I'm
Fight
ready
for
for the
puberty
guys
is
because my
crazy.
voice is scratchy because I'm going to go. We need to have things for me. Me and my fellow 14-year-olds need to understand we're going to have pimples.
My thing is this. One thing she did, I want to bring this up because what she said at the end was important. What she said was that I don't like that he did this thing, or rather, he did not do this thing. So what I'm going to do about it is I'm going to vote not for him. And she basically directly tried to tell people you have a voice with your vote, and if you don't like how things are going, then you should use your voice. And the way he's going, not only would I not want you to continue doing anything for California, I'm definitely not going to want this spread out at
Right.
the federal level. So that's what I wanted to bring up with this, is that
That's what I'm talking
um
about. Peanut gallery. Hell no. Fallen coast. Hell no. Fallen coast.
I mean, Jalen Brown is fighting every day for y'all.
He said I'm fighting every day for that.
He
Why?
fighting every day. He getting everybody jersey messed up for y'all. He said, "This is for you." Jalen fight for y'all every day. Look it up. Look up Jalen Brown from the Celtics and his spray on hair. He fight for y'all every day. Every day. Okay, don't settle him short. He fight for y'all every day.
My dude got the shoe polish on that Stephen A. forehead that he got going. But it's all good. Are we
Oh,
are we about done or what? You let me know. Cause my God.
wow. What?
Huh?
What you say?
Say, are we about done? Cause I'm tired.
Then
My
bye.
gosh.
Get off my screen. My last one is, as we talk about the ability to use your voice, this is a brief video. I can get more into because I actually read the article. I want to get y'all's thoughts on this along with what's going on with the healthcare. And does this make you think twice about how high healthcare is, or just the state of healthcare in current day?
A New York woman says that she donated her kidney to help her boss, and then she got fired. Deborah Stevens says her boss needed a kidney transplant, so she offered to help out, but her kidney was not a match. She says her boss asked her to donate her kidney to someone else so her boss could move ahead on a donor recipient list. Stephen says after she returned to work, her boss complained about her.
She said, you cannot just come and go as you please. People are going to think you're getting special treatment. She did break my heart. She did. And I'm trying to find within myself the reason why it had to be like this.
Stevens is suing her former boss and company. The company says her claims are baseless and Stevens was treated with respect. No word from.
So, along with what's going on with the medical insurance, along with what's going on with layoffs. Now, that was a long time ago. I think it was like 13 years ago. Do y'all think that anything like that could happen in present day? Would you ever give up a kidney for your employer or someone you work with that was like your manager? I'm gonna take that as a no because it would be me. I wouldn't do it. I think with showing something that was 13 years ago, the state of how people used to think about a job is going to completely shift and change. We've talked about quiet quitting, quiet cracking. We've talked about job hugging. Now it's forced layoffs, and all these things would not have been a thing back then. And back then is not really that long ago. Things are very much changing, and not necessarily for the better. I don't think that was the better either, though, because like, give y'all a little bit of backstory on that. She gave up her kidney to move the boss to the front of the list. Her kidney was donated to somebody else in another state, and then her boss got the kidney from somebody else because of the blood types. So she basically donated her kidney just so she could move on the list. Okay, so if you give a kidney to a spouse, then get divorced, could you get the kidney back? No. I don't think they give kidneys back. I don't think that's a thing. Like, they won't be like, all right, bad deal. We're going to cut that open and take it out.
I think that some of the organs don't last as long as you think that they do. I think it might be the average span on it might be another 10 years or something like that. But, it's 10 years that you wouldn't have. So I think that's, a good opportunity to, get your stuff in order, be good with people, all that kind of stuff. But if you gonna give me a kidney and divorce me, then I'll show you out some money for that rental. You know what I'm saying? You got two though. You hold my hand, we holding hands and making plans. What a guy wants is a kidney. And I divorce you now and I set you free.
I think that it was a different time for somebody to even think about that. Also, before I get into the last thing we have, those were also two chicks. And from what I understand, that lady also had a assault out on that chick too. So I think the lady is married to a man that she donated the kidney to.
They was doing some sizzling, is what you trying to say.
Allegedly, they had a little thingy thing maybe going on. And I think that's
text Jesus on them. Right now. Go ahead. Text.